Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I visited this once spectacular gated fortress that led people and carriages into the city of Krakow, which is Barbican and St.Florian Gate Wall. When it comes to Krakow city, it needed much more than a basic fortification that can prevent invaders to take over the city, as much of Poland is on a flat plain land terrain. So the authorities came up with a light infrastructure of walls and gates that was posted around the city limits. As you can see here, that this is the latest of the Barbican that was erected and improved back in 1498 to 99 with a huge help from King Jan Olbrich. This is the remaining of the Barbican, which shows its true strength of size. The whole purpose of the structure was a main entranceway from the north side of the city. There was two deep ditches filled with the water on the outside of the walls of the Barbican, with the neck of the St.Florian Gate connected with this fort, which I will come back later in the video. The strategic location was very key, especially when it can withhold many attacks from the Turkish warriors during the 15th century. With everything and everyone attacking the Barbican, like firearms, mostly artillery, it definitely proved efficiently at little lives cost. The dimensions of the Barbican was 24.4 meters internal diameter, with the thickness of the walls ranged from 1.5 to 3.65 meters, with pure stone brick, having that Gothic style of frame. It had many loopholes that was 4-tier types, which had the advantage of scouting all points throughout the building. There are two gates, one that goes south towards St.Florian Gate and another on the western side, which connects to the farmland and the countryside back in the time. Barbican during much more modern times. If the amount of forces that wanted to capture the city, its walls played a huge part of succeeding its defences. This came at a price when gradually the renovation of the walls was limited and soon would be running out of resources to repair. Originally keeping the royals guarded, time moved on, and by 1806, under the Austrians, the decrees of the walls liquidation began, without much thought to get the defence walls up to its standards. They wanted a free city of Krakow, but an architect worker from the university nearby, Felix Radowanski, saved what left of the Barbican and Florian Gate with some of its towers as well. Now moving on to Florian Gate. Being built at the end of 13th century from a lot of broken limestone on a square design, it was reshaped in the years to come with Gothic brickwork, as well added a porch that was supported by the stone consoles. In 1658, the roof of the tower was topped with a Baroque-style dome. This tower closed for one night to install its portcullis slides, of which to this day is preserved. With a connection neck to the Barbican, you can see why it was an important infrastructure defence mechanism. This was the strongest gate tower of its time, which included 4 small falconets, 2 cannons, 12 muskets, and many more equipment to impact fear onto the enemy if an invasion took place. Just like the Barbican, it marked the beginning of the royal tract, and around 19th century the neck was torn down. A neo-Gothic chapel was installed on the 2nd floor, and from the city side a stone porch was placed in the same style. The chapel that you see here shows an awesome example of greatness of Gothic art style design. The altar, the chapel's portal, which was created from fine sandstone pieces by various artists. After World War II, it needed a lot of maintenance work to be carried out due to the decay of certain structural work, including the walls. What you see here is from a 2004 major reconstruction rebuild. To add more detail of this gate, the Royal Road ran through here that leads all the way to Wawel Castle, which is roughly about 1.5 kilometers away. It was this road that the glorious royal ruler coronations applied, with many processions for messages, papal legates, and great compatriots were led through. Thank you for tuning in, and it sure was a pleasant walk around the Barbican and Florian Gate. My mind still wonders what could have been with Krakow being surrounded with walls and towers all around. We will never know, only a tiny imagination of yours can picture it. Please consider subscribing, liking and comment if you enjoy these videos. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for my next adventure.